everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are having an absolutely incredible day whenever you are watching this. And today I figured for 2021, baby, I have not done a Q&A on this channel yet, and I really wanted to do one for whatever reason today. I woke up and I chose question and answer. You know what I mean? And mostly because I am always so curious about other people on their channels, as well as I'm just curious about what my followers and my following want to know about me. So here we are, Q&A. I figured why not? I am sat here in a random parking lot in Jacksonville, Florida with my Starbucks. If you have any sort of like energy supplement, put it in any of the Starbucks teas, like their iced teas, and ooh, guys, I've done it with Zip Fizz, I've done it with Liquid IV, I've done it with so many different supplements in their teas, and it never disappoints. So there is that. I posted on Instagram. If you aren't following me on Instagram, you can totally do that. I posted on Instagram that was pretty much like, hey, if I did a Q&A, like what would y'all want to know? So many people asked questions. So I am very excited to answer some of these. I'm kind of shocked that you guys want to know so much about me. And I said in this that nothing is off limits. Literally nothing is off limits. Like, look at all of this. Some of these questions are about Disney, some of them are about my relationship, some of them are just about life, college, anything like that, products, who knows, social media, like literally everything. So we are just going to go for it. I read through some of these questions and y'all want tea. So I'm gonna give it to you, honey, piping hot or iced. So yeah, I'm just going to get to answering some of these questions. Some of them are deep, some of them are surface level, but no matter what, I hope that you guys will get to know a little more about me, and we will again get to know about each other. So let's get into this. I figured first, let's start off with, I think, the most asked question, which is, what is your favorite Disney park and why? So my favorite Disney park changes about, I would say, every month. So some months I'll be like, I'm a Magic Kingdom girl, and then other days I'll be like, I'm an Epcot girl, and then other days I'll be like, Hollywood Studios. So right now, today, as of filming this could change in an hour. But I think my favorite park right now is Magic Kingdom. Mostly because I think that there is this awe and wonder that comes with Magic Kingdom that is so special, also with the beginning of the year, and just starting fresh and starting new. I love this question. How did you get inspired to start Second Star Collective? Second Star Collective started in November of 2019. I created this branding that I wanted to start buying and reselling vintage Disney clothes. And it started off as Second Star Vintage. I will place the branding right here, but it started off as Second Star Vintage. And something inside of me was just like, this doesn't feel right. Who knows, that might come about sometime soon. I have no idea, but it pretty much started as that. And I wanted to have a Disney inspired apparel company. And I had been, you know, posting and dreaming about having this just like Disney platform for 6 years. A lot of people don't know that I have been posting within the Disney hemisphere for 6 years now. Got 0 following, 0 clout, absolutely nothing for 6 years. And then all of a sudden, life changed when I got on TikTok. And I started posting a whole bunch of Disney stuff on TikTok, and I was like, people like this? Like, people enjoy what I'm posting on TikTok. And so I had the name Second Star Vintage, and I kind of switched it to Second Star Collective because I kind of started dreaming about like what this thing could be for me because of what was kind of happening online. And I was like, oh my God, like I felt like I could start dreaming again whenever I started posting about Disney. So I changed all of the names on absolutely everything to Second Star Collective this past August of 2020. Mostly because I was scared, didn't know what people would think of me, but people were so accepting whenever I changed everything over to Second Star Collective. So that is how I got inspired to start it, because I wanted to have a business. I kind of started noticing that people liked what I was posting online, and that actually was super encouraging because I'd always wanted to post Disney stuff online, but I was just kind of scared. So it kind of birthed this branding and this platform that I love now. And I think that Second Star Collective could become something really beautiful just because of the people that are in it. And I like the name Second Star Collective because I feel like we're just a collective of people that want to have an escape and want to be young at heart and just want a place to feel safe to be themselves. So that's why I started it, and I'm really happy that people are enjoying it with me. So that is how I got inspired to start it. It started off as something else, but then it morphed into something more beautiful and something that I could have never imagined, but that I love so much. Next question, y'all. Are y'all ready for this? Do you want kids? Right now, no. Do I want kids? Yes. Not right now. Your girl's not ready. I'm currently in a place where my body is my body. Yes. This question is so funny. How, like, just the way it's worded. How did you become such a fashion goddess? Like, where did you find your fashion voice? I have been on a journey, an evolution, as you could say. Growing up, I wasn't really like the fashion girl at all until I got out of high school. And whenever I got out of high school, that's when I started like exploring my personal style and kind of learning my body and what looked good on my body, what felt good on my body, you know, stuff like that. And so with finding my fashion voice, I kind of went on a journey and just finding that I feel most comfortable and most confident when I am wearing monochromatic colors. When I am wearing neutral colors is when I feel most confident. So I followed that little thing in me that I wanted to wear what made me feel best and what made me feel most confident, even if it was contradictory to the now, the hip, the in. Like right now, you will not catch me dead. You won't catch me in my casket in a pair of low-rise jeans. On top of that, adding a little bit of Disney edge, you won't catch me a lot of times in Disney clothing that's like super loud, super out there. I like wearing the more simple stuff. I like wearing the low-key stuff. Like today, I have on my Magic by Foster necklace with, you know, a white tank top and a denim jacket. Like that's just what makes me feel best. So I wear what makes me feel most confident and what I feel sexy in. The next question. What are your feelings towards your growing following from day one to now? That is a deep question. My initial feelings about my growing following from day one to now is that I wasn't expecting it. I had no idea that people would like what I'm posting on TikTok or Instagram, or people would even enjoy what I'm posting in terms of like Disney content or just live content, because I have always kind of been overshadowed. And I know what probably a lot of other people feel this way, but I used to put a lot of time and a lot of effort into my Disney posts and videos and everything like that, and I was just not, it wasn't sticking. And so finally, when I just kind of let everything go and I just started posting what I liked, that's when people started following me, and that's when I was like, I don't don't know what to do with my hands. It's just the most beautiful thing that I wasn't expecting. It is the biggest blessing in my life, and I continually say this all the time, that TikTok changed my life. It changed my life in the best way. I never thought that people would care about my life online. Love this. Tips for a tourist in Jacksonville. Oh my God. Okay. I gotta talk about where I'm born and raised, honey. Hi, I'm Shannon, and I am born and raised in dirty Duval. Also, I don't live in Orlando. I live 2 hours north in this place called Jacksonville, Florida. And I know Jacksonville is a large place, and a lot of people, when they vacation here, don't know what to do. My top things to do here are, number one, to eat local. Listen, Soul Food Bistro. That's all I'm gonna say. There are other things to do here, like going to the beach. There are a lot of tourist attractions in St. Augustine. There are a lot of like river walks and super artistic stuff here, like the Cumber Arts Museum and the Museum of Science and History. That's what I suggest doing in Jacksonville. Did you get a lot of backlash in the beginning for posting so much Disney content? Yes and no. I had a lot of people that were mean. They were very mean. And I will never forget one time, a pastor of mine, my leader, a person that I really, really respected. Also, this was back when I was single. He looked at me and he said, Shannon, I feel like the only way you are ever going to be able to meet a man is going to be in Disney World at like one of those Prince character meet and greets, because you just don't put yourself out there here. You need to put yourself out there. And that made me really insecure. So I've gotten stuff like that, but then I've also gotten stuff from the people that I love and respect, and dear God, I text them all the time and I'm like, is this smart? Is this good? Is this like the way that I should be going? What should I be doing? Those people are the ones that have always been like, you need to post Disney stuff. Like, that is where your heart is. You need to follow it. Do not listen to those few people. It feels like a lot of people, but don't listen to those few people that don't understand. At that point now, like, those people and what they said, they don't matter. So I've luckily been able to move forward, and that makes me really, really happy. Would you ever make a trip to California to visit Disneyland? In a world with no pandemic, of course. I want to go to Disneyland so bad. I have wanted to go for the longest time, but here's the thing for me. I haven't been able to afford it. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to have to plan that trip during a time that I will be able to be financially responsible about it, but also be able to have fun, because I want to be able to go out there not for just a few days. I want to go out there for like a week. Like, I want to have fun, okay? So yes, I would love to go to Disneyland. I'm trying to get through as much of these as I can without, like, you know, being a blabbermouth. Oh my God, how do you wear a mask and sunglasses? Mine always fogs up. Let me show you. Okay. So my favorite masks are the Kish masks. I have them listed in my description down below in every single one of my videos. So here's how I do it. I'm gonna put my mask on, behind my ears. And now I personally make sure that my mask is like way up on my nose. I also have all of my sunglasses listed in the description of every single one of my videos. And then I put my sunglasses far down on the bridge of my nose. If I wasn't wearing a mask, my sunglasses would be all the way down here. Actually, they're probably like there. So then whenever I put my mask on, I rest it more on my mask than I do on my nose. I don't pull it all the way up. I have also heard of some people doing the like fog gone. Have y'all ever heard of that? On their glasses to make their stuff stop fogging? I don't know. But that's how I've been doing it. I don't know if that's exactly how you do it. Now all of my lip gloss got on my mask. This is the Maybelline gloss. What shade is this? In the shade Moon. And this one is the one that is apparently like the dupe for the Fenty one, and I love this. Would you have a Disney wedding or incorporate Disney somehow into your wedding? I would love to incorporate Disney into my wedding one day. And obviously with just who I am as a person, I would love for it to be simple, minimal, like the guest book. I would love for that to be some sort of like Disney inspired guest book. I would love to have like little, what are they called? Like candelabras that look like Lumiere everywhere. My wedding is gonna have some type of like nerd, Harry Potter nerd stuff within it. So it'll be there. I don't think that I will do the stuff that's like best day ever, happily ever after. Like, I don't think that I would necessarily do that. I would probably find other ways to make it super cute and super fun. So I definitely want to do that. If a Disney fairy tale wedding happened, I would love to do that. But also for me, I want to stay super respectful of all of my friends and of my family and of their finances. So it would probably be in Jacksonville, just so that I can respect their time and their finances and everything like that. Yeah, I would love to have Disney incorporated into my wedding. I think that that would be really, really fun. What is something you are most proud of from 2020? I am really just proud of who I have become, and that 2020 taught me a lot about myself. It taught me that I'm a lot more emotional than I think I am. I am a lot more business savvy than I think I am. That people will still like me when I'm just being me and I'm not having to force myself to be somebody else. And I'm just really proud that I finally let go of all the crap that people have said about me. And 2020 was just hard all around, but I really do feel like God just showed me a lot about me and what is next for my future. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm just proud of finally stepping into who I am and into the next best version of myself. So what is your favorite treat when you are going to Disney World? Hold on. I love the Mickey Rice Krispie treats. I love the citrus swirl. I love the Dole Whip. I love churros. I love that little raspberry. I love that little raspberry. I love the Pandora. I love Pandora. I have a lot of treats that I love. I definitely lean more towards having a sweet tooth than a savory tooth. And that's facts. Have you always loved Disney? If not, when did you start loving it? I was born into a Disney family. All of our vacations were to Disney World. My mom and my dad, actually, they used to take day trips to Epcot all the time back when they were dating, because my parents' parents always had drama and just had stuff going on. So my parents would escape Jacksonville and just go to Epcot. So I kind of had no choice but to end up loving Disney. And I really feel like I fell absolutely in love with it when I was in like 5th grade, and I found out that they had Disney resorts, and I fell in love with Disney resorts. Every single day I would be on my computer like looking up the pricing for the hotels. I used to make like spreadsheets for my parents of hotels and stuff, and like how much it would cost for us to stay at hotels and everything. I've just always been a really big Disney girl, and finally whenever I had adult money, I was able to start going again. We just always went to Disney World growing up. We always had Disney Channel on rather than like Nickelodeon or any other TV network, and Disney movies were always playing, and just, yeah, we've just always been a Disney family. So in turn, I love Disney. So yeah, I guess it's from when I was a kid, all the way up until now. Your favorite places to shop? Am I allowed to say Amazon? I love shopping at Amazon. I love, not at Amazon, I meant on Amazon. I also really enjoy Target and Walmart and Zara and Uniqlo. And those are like the major places that I get a lot of my stuff. A lot of other stuff, I just, you know, it's just random one-off pieces that I get from certain places. Like this is actually from the Levi's store in Disney Springs. I bought it as a treat to myself, but those are the major stores that are my favorites. How do you personally deal with internet trolls and haters? How I deal with internet trolls and haters is I ignore them. I never address hate comments. I never address internet trolls. I block a lot of people that are incredibly mean, that it's not just like this one-off like comment on TikTok or something, but if they're like repeatedly commenting just hateful stuff on all of my platforms, I block them. I'm just being real. And I ignore the hate as much as I can. What's a really weird food combo that you love? Oh! What is a weird food combo that you love? A lot of people think it's weird that I like pineapple on pizza. I love pineapple on pizza. Ooh, wait. My boyfriend made me try this thing. And it's the weirdest combo, but it actually tasted really, really good. Guava and cheese. I don't know if it's a Florida thing. No idea. But guava and cheese is actually really good. What was your dream job growing up? Are you currently fulfilling your dreams? My dream jobs growing up was always to be either a performer or a teacher. Kind of incredible that social media kind of came about, because I could confidently say right now that I'm doing both, which is insane to think about. I always used to perform in front of mirrors and just like whatever, and I would pretend that I was like this, you know, singer, songwriter. Like, I feel like we all did. But I would always pretend that, and then I would always like pretend school. Like I would always do like pretend school with my little brother and stuff like that. And it's incredible that social media is the thing, because I don't know, like there's a level of social media that has performance and production in it, which is one part of what I always wanted to do as a kid, as well as there's also a level of teaching that's in it. So I get to help people and teach people about Disney and Disney World and their Disney vacations and how to dress and how to just incorporate Disney into your everyday life. So it's kind of crazy now that I think about it, that both of those buckets are a part of my life now. That's crazy. Oh goodness. Future career and brand goals. I have a lot. I want Second Star Collective one day to be a lot more than just a social media platform. Whenever money starts coming in, more money starts coming in, I would love to be able to create a brand that produces products for people to help them with either their Disney vacation or, you know, clothing, home decor, whatever. I would love to have that be a part of Second Star Collective. I would also love for my YouTube channel one day, God willing, to become a primary source of income for myself, as well as for my family. I also want to be able to have rental properties that are absolutely beautiful and stunning and are able to have that kind of Instagrammable moment for everybody, for people to be able to take pictures in them and just be able to really enjoy them on your vacation. And yeah, there are quite a few other things that I would also love to have, but those are the major ones. I definitely know rental properties are going to be so far down the line because that takes money, and I don't have that. But yeah, those are my future and career goals. I really hope that my social media platforms also grow to a point that I am able to have this as a sustainable career, so that I'm able to completely and totally pay my debt off, pay off my family's debt, and be able to still provide a high level, high quality production for everybody, and just to be able to still share my knowledge of Disney and my knowledge of going on vacations, and just bringing magic into people's everyday lives that we all need. And we all need that little spark of joy and hope, that I really hope that I'm able to continue to bring that into people's lives, and who knows what'll come from that. So yeah, those are my career goals. There are quite a few that I have specifically written down. I don't necessarily want to put it out there online because other people will steal them. And yeah, oh my goodness, favorite thing about your honey. Favorite thing about my mans. My favorite thing about my honey, about my boyfriend, is that Andre is the most patient human I have ever met. He's just always expressed grace and patience towards me whenever we're having difficult conversations, and he's always so grace-filled whenever I'm having just like an anxious moment and I'm like, yo, we like gotta slow down. Or even just like, he's a very, very fast-paced person. He grew up in New York and I grew up in Florida, so our pace of life is very different, but he's always so patient with me, so grace-filled with me, and that's my favorite thing about him, because I have not met a lot of people, specifically a lot of men, that are able to have that level of patience with their person and that level of grace with their person. So that's my favorite thing about him. Also, like, a weird thing that I love about him that I literally think is so cute, he's obsessed with movies. Obsessed with movies. And it's just like the cutest thing how he nerds out about movies. And that's one of those things that, like, with any other person you would be like, shut up about the movies, but like whenever it's your person, you're like, tell me more. That's just one of those weird things that I find really attractive about him, is how he just, I don't know, how he nerds out about something like that, and how I find it so attractive. And that's just because, like, he's my person. But yeah, that's my favorite thing, and also a weird thing that I like about him. What is the worst thing about the Disney community? So you want tea. You want tea. I'm not going to say that this is the worst thing about the community, but I am going to say that it was something that shocked me the most about getting into this community. I will say that the most shocking thing to me has been how competitive the community has felt at some points, in terms of everybody feels like they have to be first. Not that their product or what they post or what they produce has to be good, they have to be first. There always seems to be a competitive nature that can be very unhealthy within the community if you don't balance it right. And the competitive nature, I feel like, comes from this inner thing in a lot of people that everybody wants to be the best. They want to be number one. You know what I mean? At a lot of points, you can feel when it gets unhealthy, and you can feel when the excitement turns into anxiety. And that's where I kind of, you know, disconnect, and I'm just like, yo, being myself over here. And that's just one of the things that, like, kind of shocked me most, was the competitive spirit and the need to be first. And those are two things that I am constantly fighting within myself at all times, because I think it's just human nature, just being completely honest, that we all want attention and we all want the need to feel noticed, and we all have this like inner competitive thing, just like competing with ourselves, you know, to be our best self and everything. But yeah, that's definitely been the most shocking thing about the community. So no tea, no shade to anybody, but those are just things that I was shocked by, and it's the same in every single fandom community, so I can't be too shocked by it. So yeah, I mean, honestly, those aren't bad things. They just are, you know? So that is my Q&A. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and you got to know a little bit more about me. I hope I wasn't too long-winded, because I feel like I've been here for quite some time. If you want to know anything else about me, you are more than welcome to leave a comment in the description down below. I would love to answer any question that you have. I said this in one of my TikTok lives, and I just want to say it on YouTube. I am going to be making a shift here on YouTube. You won't necessarily see a lot of the in-parks vlogs that much, and that is mostly just because I cannot balance posting on 3 separate platforms in one day whenever I'm going on a Disney trip. It was kind of driving me crazy, and I just felt like I wasn't able to enjoy my trips anymore. So I'm gonna be sharing more on YouTube about just like my life, how I bring Disney into my life, maybe a few parks vlogs, who knows. But yeah, that is the shift that I am making here on YouTube. Leave any sort of comments of any sort of videos that you want to see. I would love to share any of that with you guys. So that is the shift that I am making on YouTube, mostly because I want my YouTube channel to be something different than my other platforms, because if I'm posting the same thing on 3 things, I feel like I'm wasting you guys' time. So that's why I'm changing it, and I'm very excited about it. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. You can follow me on all of my social media platforms in between these little videos, and I hope that you have a magical rest of your night or day whenever you are watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.